just do a mic check. Give me a second. Doesn't say where it says scheduled for 5 o'clock. That doesn't make much. Oh, here, hang on. Okay, Havoc, speak.
Yep.
Oh, here, hang on. Okay, Havoc, speak.
Yep.
Yeah, we're good.
What a fail.
Good to see you, Lex. Interesting that Carter's speaking in the stream. Carter, get back to your wheel. Thanks, Lex. I hope everything goes okay with the commentary, with the drivers, and with the stream. Just waiting for confirmation from Max, then we're going to ready up. Yep, we are ready.
We need the driver lineup beside the results.
Roger that. Do you mean just the people who are the roster?
Yeah. Am I reading this right?
We're about to go live now. Right, so hello everyone and welcome back. We're here with Online Formula Racing Division 1 Season 2 Race 3 in Belgium. You've got Dr. Robot and Havoc. How you doing, Havoc?
Good, Robot, and yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing great and I'm very excited for this race today. Very excited.
It's gonna be it's just an exciting track to be at. I mean, I love being here. I love watching the guys go around. I've loved watching them do practice this week. It should be very interesting.
And we just got confirmation from one of our drivers that it's going to be a dry race and quali. So it looks like D1 has got all the luck and D2 are probably going to look out again and they're probably going to get the rain.
Yeah.
So
an interesting start to race 3 with a big shakeup in the results last weekend. We can just go over that real quick. I don't know if you can clarify exactly what happened with how the race finished on track and what happened after, just to clarify for the viewers and kind of clear it up.
Yeah, sure. So, although I think Izat finished in first place, he did get another penalty in that race. That brought him to 10 penalty points. And that meant that he's got a 3-place grid penalty, and I believe he dropped all the way down to 4th place. And that meant Shorty, I think one of our newish drivers here, got his first win of the season and picked up the full 25 points there. Anders, another new driver, finished in 2nd place in the Renault, and Scotty, another newish driver, finished in 3rd. So that was the first time we've seen a podium all made up of new drivers in Division 1 which is absolutely amazing. Izat in the
and
end
it
finished in
first.
Yeah, it moved him up, and so in terms of the team standing, that means Alfa Romeo, which is Shorty and Scotty finishing first and third in Hungary, are in first place now, 54 points, and in second place is Ferrari, that's Vilsek and Lika, with only 33 points. So they've got on the front foot here, and they are already pulling away in the team championship.
Oh my gosh, just what a consistent drive from the new guys last week. It was, I mean, I was sorry I wasn't there, so I really didn't catch it. So thank you for the update on how that came along. But yeah, Alpha first place with 54 points. I mean, that's just awesome for new guys to come in and go right at it. No racing line, no assist, no nothing.
It is, and we've got Izat, who's about to start the very first hot lap here, so I'm going to jump on board with him and see how he gets on. He's got the soft tyres on right now, he's got his ERS set to overtake, brakes just after the 100 metre bird, doesn't lock up, and has a very nice exit out of turn 1. So whilst he's going up to Eau Rouge, what do you think the soft tyre quali lap time will be around here?
We're going to be looking at low 144s. We're going to see some guys getting into the 143s, definitely. A few guys are going to dip into the low 143s, and then we're going to see a majority of the top 10 go into the high 143, low 144s, and then I believe the rest of the field is going to come in. It could be like 145s, but that's what it's going to look like here on the softs.
So Izat's had a pretty nice first sector, actually. It looks like these softs are really giving him the grip that he needs. He's just going through turn 10 right now, but it doesn't look like he's actually put a foot wrong. One thing I will point out is that when he was coming into turn 7 after the Kemmel Straight, he actually broke at about 60 meters, and all through practice I've seen people break at about 75, but I don't know if it's the low fuel or the lightness of the car, but they can break a lot later into there.
It could be a mixture of both. I'm trying to get Northman back onto the grid, as it looks like he's retired. And the other thing that we're going to see today is a mixture of the tire strategies for Spa. So right now we're looking at the grid, and it looks like it's about split into two as far as who wants to start on what, the medium runners and the soft runners. I know for a fact we are going to see some guys go medium for the start of the race. So we're going to have two different tire strategies at the start, where some of the guys are on softs and the other guys are on mediums. It's going to make it for a very interesting race.
So Izat's just opened up his DRS in the final straight. He has crossed the line and he's put in a 1:43.6. Now, that is obviously almost half a second better than a 1:44. He's the first one to break the 1:43s. How many drivers do you think are going to be able to do that? Because that is an impressive time.
It just depends on what they go out with here, Robot. I mean, a lot of the guys in practice can get to a 143 on the softs, but do they want to start on the softs? We don't know. As Pitch Black comes in with a 146.2 on the mediums, that could be his warm-up lap. But it just depends on what they're going to start with. A lot of the guys can do it, but are they going to choose to go on the softs and put that time in?
Right, so realistically, taking safety car out of the equation, if you start on the softs, bearing in mind that you'll have to put in around 3 laps to get your out lap done, your hot lap done, and then your in lap, how much longer can those softs last in terms of laps?
We're thinking about 8 laps. We're looking at around 8 laps. Some of the guys can save them and go to about 10. Some of the guys are going to eat them up, and they're going to have to come in right straight away at 8 laps. So that's going to leave, let's see, what is it, about 16 laps on the mediums, somewhere around there, 15, 14, something like that.
14 laps on the mediums, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just, it eats it up really quick around here. The soft tires, Spa is not, it's not nice, but it's one of those tracks where you can do a soft medium tire strategy. So I'm excited because we haven't had one of these, and I think 2 or 3 races where we've been able to go soft mediums on this track.
That's true. So I just want to also say is that I think it was turn 9 where Max, that's YWR Northman, actually went off. I think he got too scruffy on the exit of 8 and went straight into the wall at 9, unable to turn his car. And he is out, and he's not set a lap time. So maybe we might see Mats actually starting on the medium tyre and going for the longest stint at the beginning, just in case there is that safety car and allowing him to get track position. But I see what you're saying about starting on the mediums, because it is difficult to get around some of these corners with high tyre wear, and if you're on the softer tyre towards the end of the race with 1 lap in hand, you can really push. And I think you might even be able to, start catching those guys in front who will be on 14-lap-old medium tyres. So I think it is a decent strategy to start on the mediums, but the starting on the softs is also just as good. So I think this is all going to come down to when the safety car is coming out, if there is one.
It is. It's going to come down to the safety car. I mean, it also plays a bit into the fresher compound at the end of the race. So if you qualify with the softs and then you start on them, you're going to start the race and they already have wear on them. So what the guys are trying to do is they're trying to start on the mediums so that on the second stint they have a fresh set of softs with the full 10 to 12 lap ability in the tires. So they have the full stint on the softs instead of -2 or -3 laps.
I see. So, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Stinson and Jan, who can't make it today, unfortunately, due to other commitments they have. Jan's broken his wheel, unfortunately, and Fanatec still won't fix it. And I also want to give a shout out to Miss Click Sorry, that's Carter, who I'm spectating right now, who's just about to start his hot lap. He has been promoted from D3 all the way up to D1, and we're just going to ride on board with him now and see how he gets on his hot lap. So he's got his ERS set to hot lap, actually, as he goes into turn 1. That may not be good for the corner exit, but he's looking stable. He's on the medium tyre as well, so I'm not sure if this is just going to be a practice quali lap or this is going to be his final lap, but we'll see. So he's coming into Eau Rouge now, absolute flat out, no lift in 8th gear 2, switched his ERS to overtake to help him get that bit of extra speed as he's now coming down the Kemmel straight. Let's check his braking point into turn 7. He's braking at about 55-60 meters as well. That's very brave there. Takes a lot of inside curb at turn 8. That affects his entry into turn 9, and he has to lift slightly through there, but it's not too bad, and he is still on a pretty quick lap. So he goes all the way down to third, second in fact, with an early upshift into third through turn 10. Takes a little bit of outside on the entry into 11 and powers through, goes all 4 wheels off track but doesn't invalidate. So here he comes up to turn 12 right now, slight lift and a slight tap of the brake, stays in 6th gear all the way around this really long left-hander at 12. Brakes just after the 50-meter board, brings it down to 4th gear here, keeps it in 4th. Atomic's retired from the session. He's come off track. We're about to see him now.
No.
He has hit the wall on the entry to 15, I believe, and that has affected Carter, and he's now invalidated his lap.
Invalidated him.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Luck. Nothing Atomic could do, though, with the tire off. He couldn't get off. He couldn't get out of the way. Bad luck for Carter to come around right when it happened.
Indeed. So Izat's come back out on an outlap, as has Vilsec. Vilsec's currently on a 144.4 on soft tyres. What is he on now?
He is on the softs again. He's gonna. This is another one of the guys, Robot. I think he's gonna break the 144 barrier. He put a banker lap in, which is the smart thing to do, and now he's gonna come out. I think he's gonna push on this one.
If he can break the 144s, I will be very impressed. He's a new D1 driver this season. He was D2 last season, and he's shown remarkable pace in that Ferrari car. He has got a few cars in front of him, though. As you can see, there's 3 cars all bunched up that are now trying to leave a gap. You can see how much of a problem traffic is on the quali lap here as ISRL Gernman joins just before quali ends, thankfully. But let's see. So he comes... There's still a car in front of him, and he's going for a hot lap as well. So will he be affected by this? Let's hope he can only gain because of the tow that he'll be getting from the cars in front. But Vilsec is starting now. Locks up slightly into turn 1. He's got his ERS set to hot lap. A little bit of oversteer out of turn 1. But he is still on a hot lap right now. He switched his ERS to overtake to help him power through uphill in Eau Rouge. Nice, steady steering control through there. Opens up his DRS and... Judging by his top speed, it looks like he's topping out at 209. I reckon his wings are going to be, I think, rear wing 5 or 4.
It's going to be 4 or 5. Yeah, you're exactly right, Robot. And he's going to have a little traffic in front. We'll have to see if Anders can keep the pace here, because I believe he is on an outlap or a hot lap as well.
So Vilsec's gone a bit too deep into turn 10 actually, but he did manage to correct it by pulling the car back in as he was coming to the exit of turn 10. He's a little bit oversteer as he's coming out of turn 11 as well. Let's see if he brakes into 12. He brakes slightly and does a late downshift into 6, and that helps him to maintain that speed there. I've not seen anyone do it like that actually.
No, he's been practicing this all week. I suspect Vilsec has put at least 200 laps in on the track this week. And,
wow.
Him and the teammate, Leica, they've both put a lot of time into it, as they always do. Give credit to them because they always put at least 200 to 300 laps in on the tracks every week. So it just goes to show you the determination they've got in trying to make Ferrari come through this year.
So Izat's about to finish across the line, and he's not improved. He was on an outlap, sorry. Vilsek, I'm jumping back to him now because he's about to finish his hot lap. He's not actually used that much of his ERS. He's only used 45%. But he has actually discharged most of it, beg your pardon. So here he comes, and he crosses the line, and he goes... He doesn't break it. Oh, he's just 900ths over 144. I wonder if that understeer moment that he had through turn 10 cost him that crucial 10th to break the 143 barrier, but it's still a very impressive lap from him there.
It had to. It was a very impressive lap. That had to be what happened there. Is Anders, who was in front of him, went 143.9 and broke the 144 barrier. And then who we've got behind? We've got Scotty in P4 with a 144.0, who's going to get pushed back by AJ that just did a 144 flat. And then below those guys, after top 5, they start to get into the 145s. Yeah,
so AJ beat Vilsek's time by 0.004 of a second there, and I think if Vilsek didn't have that mistake, he would have been in the 143s, like you said. So I'm just looking at who's on an outlap right now. We've got Santu and we've got Carter. Santu's going to start first, so I'll switch to him, and he's currently on a 145.8 on the soft tyre. I think he can definitely do better than that, because I think that's around a D2 time, and Santi is pretty quick. But he's starting his lap now. His ERS is set to high, so he's being clever with his ERS out of the final corner. He dropped it down to medium and then brought it all the way back up to high, and he's dropped it down again just so he can maintain his traction as he's coming out. He gets a huge stop of oversteer out of turn 1 actually, and that's going to cost him around 0.2. You can lose so much time in that first corner, but let's see how he goes through Eau Rouge. Keeps it in 7th gear. A lot of drivers are doing 8th there, and he's back up to overtake.
He touched the inside. He had to come off there, Robot, as he touched the curb going inside. Not something you want to do going up a Rouge.
Yeah, so with that lift and that mistake in turn 1, he's probably lost about 3 or 4 tenths of a second right now, so he's not on for a good lap in terms of getting a top 3 anyway. But we'll stick with him, and we'll see how he gets on. Just going to quickly check the stream. Thanks Lex, Fifi, VR, Robert and Carter for joining us. So Santu does a big, about 100% brake going into turn 12 actually. Not seeing that either. I don't think this is one of Santi's strong tracks actually. He's looking like he's fighting the steering wheel as he's going through the middle sector here. He's getting so much understeer there, he's having to lift too much as he's going through turn 14.
It just doesn't look good, Robot. It's not a tidy line that he's got going around right now.
No, I don't think his setup's the best. Just to point out, Anders has also broke the 144. He's got a 143.9, just 3 tenths down the road from Izat. Santi's just coming up to the final chicane at 19 and 20 now. Brakes just after the 100 meter board. Doesn't take any inside curb at 19. Takes a little bit at 20 to help his car rotate, and he's back on the throttle. What does he do? Is the 145.3? That's not a good lap from Santi.
No, it's not, and I don't believe he's going to have enough time to come back out for the 3rd set of softs, as a lot of the drivers are not. It's a very fast qualifying run here at Spa. You have to get out there and you have to get your runs in. No room to sit and wait, as Carter does a 144.7 on the mediums. Not a bad lap on the mediums here, as somebody is stuck on track. I believe it's Simon. But they have to get out here and they have to get their laps in. If you want to run all 3 soft sets, you have to get it in and you have to get it done fast.
Yeah, Simon has actually just come out of the pits now. He's going to try and get 1 lap in before the end. It's a Renault that
sideways.
Just,
Max is sideways. Max is sideways in sector 2. He has to get out of the way.
And Anders has been disqualified because Simon just had to swerve and go off track to avoid him.
Max is high-centered the car. He had to reset the track. He couldn't get it off the curb.
Oh no. I missed that, unfortunately.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen one of the cars be high-centered on the curve and the drivers have to reset. I don't think the stewards are going to penalize him for the reset the track, as he couldn't get off. I mean, he had to do it to get off the curb.
So are you saying that all of his tyres weren't touching the ground to get the grip?
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. He was stuck on the curb. The center of the car was on the curb and he couldn't get out.
So that's Anders disqualified from the session, and Atomic and Matt's Northman out of the session already on a DNF. So is Max coming in, or is he? No, Max is staying out. So Max is about to start his only hot lap. He hasn't set a time yet. He's on the soft tyre. His ERS is set to hot lap, and he's going to go. So I'll keep an eye on Max. If you can check Simon, I think he's just finishing the second sector now. He might still be on his out lap though. But Max has a really nice exit out of turn 1. ERS set to hot lap. Let's see if he shifts up to 8 before he gets to Eau Rouge. He does. Is that someone else? Santi's out. Is that Santi DNFing or disqualified?
I'm not sure. Simon's coming around the last chicane now at bus stop. Here he comes coming through. He's got his ERS set to hot lap. He comes around. I don't know if it's going to be good. Across the line, no improvement. He's going to stay at the 145.1 that he had previously. That's going to be about it. I mean, we've got some guys out still. Ezat is coming around bus stop on the last chicane. Crosses the line. 45 seconds left to go when he crosses the line. That's how you maximize how much rubber is on the track and get your fastest lap down. He's on the softs. He's going to come around 1. Going up to Eau Rouge. He's in overtake. Let's see where he shifts, where he comes into the curve here. He runs it out a little bit, but he did shift right about where you want to as he comes down the straight. He's going to go down. I want to see where he brakes at here. I don't have a good view at all.
About 60 meters, I think he broke into the turn 7
about
there.
60 meters.
So I'm just going to quickly jump back to Max because he's the one who's about to cross the line. He's just going through turn 18 now. Coming up to the bus stop chicane. Pitch Black has finished with a 1:44.7 on softs. That's a pretty good time for D1 there. Well done, Pitch. Max is just coming through turn 20 now. Let's see if he can set a competitive time. He crosses the line with a 1:45.0. So that's not that great of a time for D1 either on these soft tyres. Maybe the track's cooling down a bit, but anyway, we've got it's not pitch. It is Pitch Black is about to cross the line. Sorry, and we've got a Ferrari behind him. Is that Vilsec? Vilsec's come into the pits. Who is still out on track?
It's got to be Leica. Leica's not put a time in yet. He's got to get something in here.
He's just about to cross the line now on the mediums, and he's only done a 1:45.9. That's still a good time on the mediums. But a bit.
The mediums, yeah.
But look how far away he is from Carter's time. That's 1.1 seconds off Carter's.
Ezat's coming through the last chicane now. Let's see if he can improve. He's already at a 1:43.6.
No, he's invalidated.
To improve here. Yeah, he has. He's invalidated.
That's unfortunate, but he crosses the line and keeps pole for now. Where's AJ? AJ hasn't invalidated, and he's just gone through turn 17, coming up to 18 now. He touches the grass. That's going to slow him down, and he's turned all his ERS down as well, so he must have abandoned this lap somewhere up ahead. The only person is Scotty. Scotty's into the pits, and that's everyone. So Ezat's taken it with a 1:43, the only one to get into the 1:43s, because Anders' 1:43 has been removed because he was disqualified.
Bad luck there, Robot. Just the horrific luck of DQing at the track. I mean, to go top 3 and then DQ, it's horrific. I mean, it just makes all the week's practice and all the week's work go down the drain in a heartbeat.
It's a shame. So the bottom 3 who didn't set a time and have been disqualified, do you think they're going to go for the medium tyre to start with?
I would think so. Now, they can go softs. I don't know if them not putting a time in means that they're going to get a fresh set of softs, which they can do. I can see Anders and Atomic putting fresh softs on and trying to make some time up and expecting a safety car later on in the race.
Yeah, I can see that too. So qualifying is now over, and Ezat with a 1:43.6 has taken pole position. Race is going to start in about 2 or 3 minutes. So thanks to everyone who has joined us so far in the stream, and I hope on a good show for you. So there's the times. 4/10 down the road is AJ. I really would have expected AJ to put in a 1:43. But he just didn't show up today, unfortunately.
Yeah, Vilsec as well. I would have thought that Vilsec was going to break the 1:44s and get into the 1:43s. This is an unusual time card here from the D1 guys. We usually see the guys about a second apart on the rest of the tracks, and we've got a 2.5 second time difference from P1 to P13. Not something we usually see from D1. They're usually a little closer than this.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to be quite spread out, and that's what I fear is going to happen in the race. I think everyone's just going to pull away a bit of a gap, and we're just going to have to wait for someone to make a mistake or a safety car to come out to bunch them back together. But I'm sure these guys will keep it as entertaining as possible anyway. So, safety car predictions, what do you reckon?
I want to go 100% here, Robot, with
I'm with you.
the safety car. Yeah, definitely Eau Rouge. Eau Rouge is the spot to watch during the race here. After Kimmel Straight, going into turn 7, 8, and 9 through Lacombs, we're going to see some guys go in there and try to go side by side. It's not somewhere you want to try to do it at. If you can go through single file, that's the way to get around. Sector 2 and Sector 3, it's basically just finding the spot to try and pass. If you can't get it done before the turn, you've got to let loose. And then obviously we've got bus stop, last chicane. Tons of guys are going to go in deep here. Hopefully not, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yep, we will. I think we're going to see... I can't remember what year it was where Grosjean decided to jump over people's cars and crash everyone into turn 1. I don't think it's going to be as bad as that, but I think we may see a turn 1 incident. And the reason is because, as everyone is requesting me to do so, I need to remind everyone who's watching, these guys are using no racing line. So a lot of these cars aren't even going to be able to see the 100-meter braking board on the left-hand side of the track because there's just going to be so many cars in front of them. There's not one on the right, so the only thing they can do is just, hope and pray they can see some type of racing line or heavy braking tyre marks on the ground so they know where to brake. But as they don't have a racing line, they're not being told where to brake, and we could see some dangerous stuff going into turn 1. And as much as I don't want to see that, it will be. I will say if there's going to be a safety car, it's going to be there. That's where I think.
Yeah, it's racing, and Eau Rouge especially. I mean, I know some of the guys are running cockpit mode. The most realistic thing that you could do right now, OFR D1 and no assist, but then you throw the cockpit cam into it, and you're running up to Eau Rouge. You just cannot see anything going up that hill. I mean, you have no idea where the apex is. You have no idea where the turn's at. You're basically just throwing it in there and hoping for the best.
So the only ones that I know in D1, and apologies if I've missed anyone, but I know Simon and Super Bounty use cockpit cam. And I'm just looking through the list now, and I don't recall if anyone else does. But it's going to be difficult for those two because, as you say, when you're going through turn 4, you can't actually see that left-hand curb, so you're just kind of hoping. And one thing that's not great about this track is that if you cut that corner slightly, you'll get a warning straight away, and after the second one, you're going to start getting penalties. So we could see a lot of guys cutting the corner there and picking up penalties, and hopefully this race will be decided on track. But as with the race last week, sometimes the penalties can affect it.
They're pushing hard, Robot. I mean, for Division 1, they're definitely putting a show on, and they're just trying to make the best out of it. One thing to point out, we don't have Stinson today. We don't know what his pace was. We don't know how he did around as the cars are coming up, and the lights are coming on.
Yep,
and we're going into formation lap. So, no Stinson, so Pitch Black is going to have to carry Red Bull today.
Yeah, and one thing that I also want to get your opinion on is the starting grid. Now, I can't for the life of me think why pole position is off the racing line and on the right-hand side of the track. Now, I know they're going to have the inside line into the corner, but it just doesn't seem optimal. It just doesn't seem like they're starting on the right side of the track here. They should be on the left side.
They should be if you look at it from a standpoint of no racing line and you want to be near the sign, but at the same time, I believe on most tracks it depends on which direction the first turn is. So say instead of the right we went to the left, I believe P1 would be on the left side just to give them the inside line and the advantage.
I was not aware of that. But yeah, I just think Izat's going to be really disadvantaged because he's not going to have that rubber on the track being so far to the right there, and AJ, who's going to start on the left side, is going to be right on that racing line. And he's going to be able to pull away maybe a little bit quicker. Now, let me just check.
Yeah, he could have some more traction there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't remember exactly how many laps these guys did on their softs, but I'm sure it was just one lap. So they only have, out lap, hot lap, in lap. So each of the top three will have equal tyres for now, depending on how hard they pushed in quali. And again, that I think works in AJ's favour for now, but it is hard to overtake around the outside into turn 1 because Izat has that inside line and he can push the car wide, not off track, but wide enough to make sure he doesn't get a good exit. And that's what we might see here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here, Robot, is. And then I want to go to the tires again. Not a lot of guys went on to the mediums in the top 10. Most stayed on the softs. as we see one guy, I believe it's Carter. Carter did go mediums on his hot lap in quali and qualified P6. So it's not what I thought it was going to be. A lot of the guys on softs on the first 10 slots and in the bottom 10 went mediums as opposed to Anders. Anders did go on softs like I thought he would to try to make some of those spots back up.
So here they come. They're just coming up to turn 19 and 20 now. Shorty, starting in 4th place, is currently the D1 championship leader, sorry. He has it all to lose to Izat if Izat manages to escape, so Shorty needs a hell of a start and some very early overtakes to challenge Izat and stop him from taking the championship lead here. They are just coming up to their grid slots now. We have 17 drivers with us today. Hopefully this is going to be a nice clean turn 1. Anders has just joined back as well. Let's hope he can. I don't think he's going to be able to make it. He might be a bit late now, but we have the green flag being waved right now, so the lights should begin. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and we are away. So we've got a pretty crappy view right now, but it looks like Izak got a pretty decent start there. He has managed to get in front of AJ already, and he is first going into turn 1. Now jumping down, it doesn't look like there was too much contact, if any at all. It looks like Atomic has had a really bad start actually. He's already about a second behind now as Mats moves up, but up ahead, Izak's just going through Eau Rouge now. He's nice and clean through there, and it doesn't look like anyone goes wide. It looks like Tommy may have been squeezed off track a little bit. He's just touched the grass as they are going through turn 6, and they are now on the Kemmel straight. He may be able to make a move on Carter. Is he looking down the inside? He's going to look, but he's braking, and Carter's gone a little bit wide there. Carter's gone wide, and he's going to have to cut across the track. He hasn't picked up a penalty, but he has stayed ahead. He's gone wide again, and this is going to allow Tommy with those softer tyres to jump him. Tommy down the inside into turn 10, and he manages to jump Carter there. Carter now looking to get around the outside as they go through turn 11, but he cannot do it, and that has allowed Tommy to jump back up, and he has taken 4th place, and Shorty has moved up to 3rd. Anything going on a bit further back?
Not a lot, Robot. We see some guys, I mean, they got through pretty clean on lap 1. Just, I don't know how they've done it, but the only loser to think of here, AJ. AJ dropping spots like a bomb, down 9 places. He's in P11 right now. Everyone, it looks like everyone in the bottom 10 has actually dropped a few places. The only person I've seen that has gained positions, ISRO Gernman, who came in late, I believe. I didn't even see him in qualifying. Came up 7 positions. He's in P10.
That's amazing. I completely missed what happened to AJ. Do you know where he came off?
No, I do not. I know I just seen Super Bounty go wide. They're trying to keep it as clean as possible here in the back half of the pack, but I didn't get to catch what happened there as Simon and Super Bounty having a bad go of it here. AJ just dropping like a fly, though. I don't know if you want to check it out here, Robot, but there's something is not right here.
He's trying to get into the pits.
He's going to retire.
I think he must have lost his wing or something. Happened. He's in the pit lane now, though, and we've got another car in the pit lane. It's Mats has come in. Maybe these two got into some contact. I don't know, but they're both in the pit lane right now. Now, I'm just going to quickly jump back up to Shorty because he is 2 tenths behind Vilsek. He's going to have a massive tow as they go down the Kemmel straight right now. I don't think he's going to be able to get him yet. He's turned his ERS all the way down. He's given up for now, but he's going to be trailing Vilsek. Now, jumping back to the pit lane, Mats is back out. AJ has a penalty. Is that a penalty or is he changing his wing? I think he might have been changing his wing. I
didn't catch it. It might have been a wing change.
Santis picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. So both of these guys are now out of the pits, and they're going to have a lot of catching up to do now. AJ's gone back onto the soft tyre, so he's going to be pitting again. And Mats has gone onto the medium tyres. Let's see if he can take those 19 laps. I think that's a bit of a stretch. But I'm going to jump back up to Shorty. Do you think he's going to be able to get Vilsek on this lap?
I don't think he is. I think he's trying to wait for DRS here. I would do the same. I'm trying to follow Vilsek. I would just wait on the DRS to come in, make the move easier, get it done after DRS activation.
So we've got a yellow flag in sector 2.
We have a yellow flag.
Is that Atomic? Oh no, it's a Mercedes. It's Max. It's Max.
It's Max.
He's hit the wall.
Oh, the wing is gone. The wing is completely gone, Robot.
I've not got a good angle of it. Oh, he's lost so many of his winglets on the left-hand side there. Oh, he's going to have to limp back to the pits now, especially on a part of the track where you need it most because you're going so high speed through these corners here. I'm going to jump up to ISRL because he's looking down the inside on Pitch. Pitch has almost got...
Pitch is on!
He spun.
Oh
and
no, he's pumped him around.
Pitch is not having a great race here at the minute. He needs to cool those tyres down. We're only on lap 3, and it seems like those tyres aren't being very forgiving right now. And I think Santi's going to make a move on him because he's not going to have the grip to get out of turn 1.
No, he's not. Is Garnman in the right car today, Robot?
He is currently in the Red Bull, and no, he's
in Stinson's
car.
car.
Yeah, he is. He's in Stinson's car. So we'll just have to make sure we change that when we fill the results in. He should be teammates with Carter in the Toro Rosso.
Shorty's made the move, Robot. Shorty's made the move on Vilsec. Vilsec's dropping. He's not keeping up. As Shorty goes a little wide.
Yeah, he's gone deep into turn 10, but he's managed to pull it back and keep that racing line on the exit, and that's going to allow him to break away slightly from Vilsec. How's Leica getting on?
He's gained 1 spot from the start here, Robot. It looks like he's trying to take it a little easy. He's got Simon in front. He does have a right end plate missing, Robot. There is a right end plate missing on Leica's car. I don't know how he's gonna get on without it. We'll just have to wait and see. It looks like he's doing fine, but he's content on staying in P11 right now.
I think you're right. So, just looking at the gaps, Leica is pretty close to the back of Simon.
Simon's got a right end plate missing as well.
Oh, he does. Okay, let me jump down to those two because I think we might be able to see something from Leica here. He's so close behind. He's gaining on him already, actually. He's going to look down the inside. He's going for it, and he's got the overtake done.
Oh, they touch. Easy, boys. Easy, boys.
Very aggressive driving from these two right now. It doesn't look like Simon wants to lift, and he's going to be ahead as they go into 19 and 20. I think both of them got their shoulders out there, and they were banging wheels.
Super Bounty is behind as he gets a little scruffy coming out of the last turn there. I don't know if we're seeing team orders in place here as to try and to get Super Bounty up past Leica. It's not a good show, but they're going to have to calm down.
I think they will. So they're just coming up to Eau Rouge right now at 3, 4, and 5. Simon does an early upshift into 8 to make sure he doesn't lose the rear there. And now Leica's got DRS and he's right behind. Simon's chosen the inside line. Super Bounty is way far behind. So if there were team orders, that did not work out at all. But Simon has ducked into the back of Leica now, and tucked in, and he's not going to be able to attack anytime soon. So it looks
just
like
an
that
update here,
over.
Robot. Santu did get past Pitch Black here. I don't know. Yeah, Pitch Black has got a right end plate missing as well. A lot of right end plates just gone off of a lot of cars today.
Yeah.
Santu got around fairly easily, but he's missing a left end plate.
I'm not sure where they could. So I'm thinking possibly turn 7 when you get very close to the wall there. You could, hit that a bit too aggressively, and it won't cause you to lose a wheel or anything, but it could cause you to lose an end plate. Other than that, these guys may be just going too close in the wheel-to-wheel battles, and that's where they're losing them. But I'm just on board with Scotty now. Sorry to interrupt. Carter's made a mistake coming out of turn 16. He's actually pushed Scotty a little bit wide there. Scotty had to take to the grass, and he's now behind again. But Scotty's not giving up. He has a lot of tow right now. He could be making a move on Carter. Let's see. He switches to the inside. Is he going to outbrake him? No, he's not, as Carter actually moves in the braking zone there, I think. He needs to be careful. He did go straight across him. But Scotty's still behind him.
Scotty gets a 5-second penalty there.
I don't
think he could have avoided it.
I don't think so either. Maybe he'll report that one. But he should be able to get him here as they go up to the Kemmel Straight, though, because he will have DRS and he will have a huge speed advantage. He's already switched his ERS to overtake. Let's see if he can do it. Yeah, he's definitely got him here. Look how close he is behind. We'll switch to the onboard as his DRS goes wide open. He's chosen his line on the inside, and he's trying to squeeze him again.
Yeah,
but
Carter's going to have to calm down here. And
he's hit the back of him.
Right, he ran into him.
Luckily, there's no damage. He needs to keep a cool head here, and Scotty has got ahead. So I'm just going to quickly jump down to Leica because look how close he is behind Pitch Black right now. Less than 3/10 as they are going through to turn 9 now. He's not going to be able to get him, I don't think, until he gets to the 3rd sector. He is on those medium tyres. Pitch Black is on soft tyres. Pitch Black tyres should still be in their prime, I think. But Leica's looks like they're just more activated right now. So here they go.
He's going to wait, Robot. 12. He's going to wait until... Yeah. Oh, he goes wide.
Yeah, and Leica's going to pounce now. I'm not sure if it just glitched on my screen then
Pitch
or not.
Black
but...
is just all over the track. Not a very original racing line.
He's struggling.
And Super Bounty's going to catch up here with Leica being held back. Super Bounty's catching up very quickly.
So, Simon's pitted. That's probably allowed Super Bounty to close up on Leica a little bit. But yeah, we could see a double overtake here by Super Bounty if he can keep that toe. He's so close behind Leica right now. He's got it, almost got it done.
Leica's going to have to go here.
Ooh, Super Bounty gets on the grass slightly, nearly rear ends Leica, but doesn't and manages to keep it in the end. But I think Leica's going to jump on Pitch Black now.
Yeah, he'll have it done. He'll have it done around 3, 4, and 5 here when they come to Rouge.
Yeah, he's broken away.
Let's see what Pitch is doing. Well. Pitch has got his ERS mode in high. Leica's in 4 with overtake. And yeah, Leica's gonna make this look easy as they come around. He was already beside him at the DRS zone. Now Super Bounty has got to follow suit here and get around as well. If he doesn't make it happen fairly quickly, he could get stuck.
Yeah, and if he wants to challenge Leica, he's gonna need to do it quick as well. So where are they now? They're just going through turn 10. This is not an ideal place to overtake either, so he's gonna be stuck behind Pitch Black on this crucial part of the track right now. Carter is still only half a second behind Scotty actually. So that battle's probably going to stay alive for at least a few laps. Pitch Black getting really scruffy through turn 12, sorry. And look how much Super Bounty's now closed him down. He's looking down the inside into 13. He's not going to do it, but he is right behind. And it doesn't look like he's suffering too much from the lack of downforce either. Pitch Black, I think he needs to pit. I don't think these tyres are working for him at the moment. And he's gone really wide, as has Super Bounty.
He's put Super Bounty off as well.
Yeah, they're going really wide there. I think Super Bounty just followed him off track there because of the lack of downforce.
The softs are starting to run out here, Robot. They're on. has just started lap 7, so the softs have got to be falling off for Pitch Black here.
Yeah, and Super Bounty's got that overtake done, so now he has 2 seconds to gain back on Leica if he wants to attack him anytime soon. Both of them on the medium tyre. Now, looking at the timesheet, it looks like it's still Carter and Scotty who are closest on track. So I'll jump back to Carter because he's just going through a Rouge now. He will have DRS. Scotty gets a bit scruffy on the exit of turn 5 there. Carter's going to have DRS. He's opened it up. And he's gaining on him.
Scotty's in trouble, Robot. Scotty's in a lot of trouble. He has no ERS left. He's at 0. He burnt it all up trying to keep Carter behind.
And both of them actually chose the inside line there. Both of them went straight to the inside and neither of them wanted to move off the line.
Now Carter's got the advantage because he's saved up enough ERS to make this move happen, but...
Oh yeah, you're right.
Scotty's got to do something here. Scotty's going to have to turn it down. He just turned it down. He's got to build it up here. He's so depleted on energy right now.
So if there's any part of the track where you want to do it, it is in Sector 2 because it's particularly hard to overtake there. So if you can, he's not looking good though. He's only got about, he's got 20% of it, and that is going to go as soon as he turns it back up when he gets to Sector 3. You're right, he's in trouble here.
I think he's been doing it. I think this is what he's been doing back and forth. This could be his rhythm as AJ picks up a 3-second time penalty. He may have been doing this. Now, this might be why he's low, because he's turning it down in Sector 2, and then in Sector 3 he's got to turn it up, but he's got to turn it back down and try to save for the post-turn 1 straightaway going down into 3, 4, 5. He's got to find some energy here. It's not going to last long.
So Shorty's pitted. He's the first of the top 3 to pit. He's probably going on to the mediums. And I just want to bring your attention to Gernman, who is now 4 tenths behind Carter. So these two are going to be battling as Carter is still battling Scotty. So I'm going to ride on board with Gernman because he's going to have an amazing run. Oh, we got a bit too deep into turn 1. That's allowed Carter to get away. We've got yellow in Sector 3. Oh no, is that Simon? It's Simon. He's come off. He's facing backwards right now. He's turning his car around.
Bad luck.
He's lost an end plate only, so it's not too much damage, but it is his right end plate.
He just replaced it though, Robot. Just replaced it on the last pit where they came in.
That's unfortunate. That's very
Carter, no, Pitch Black is in. Pitch is on the hards.
He's gone to the, oh wow.
Pitch is on the hards.
14 laps. He could have done those on the medium.
I don't know where this has come from. We'll have to see. We'll have to keep an eye out on pitch and see what's going to happen here. It's going to take Hards at least 3 laps to warm up going around.
That's an interesting move there. Now, Izat's come into the pits. Let's see what tyres he puts on. Oh, he's already
came out
left.
P7, so he didn't lose tons of places here, as he's probably going to get it back. We'll have to see if the undercut worked, though. I'm watching Shorty, Robot, if you want to see how Izat's getting on in the pits.
Yeah, it wasn't Izat, it was Simon, I beg your pardon. So I'm going to jump to Shorty now. Now, do you know what? I'm going to jump down to Super Bounty because, look, he's just 4 tenths behind. Oh, 1 tenth behind Leaker! Something's happened to him!
Now 1!
What's happened to Leaker? He's lost an end plate! Is that what it is?
Is it the same one? No, it's the same one. He did have the end plate gone earlier, so it was gone as well.
He's not turning well. Look, he's getting lots of understeer as he's going through these corners.
Yeah, he's got tons of understeer.
Is he missing winglets or something? He's going very slow. He's turned his ERS all the way down.
He could be missing some winglets, Robot.
And look how much AJ's catching him now as well. So
I think he's missing some winglets.
And AJ's got him now.
AJ's on the fresher softs. AJ's got... I don't know, I think AJ just came in.
No, I think... So, AJ pitted on lap 2, I think. And AJ's on 6 lap old soft right now, actually. So, Izat still hasn't pitted. He's taken these softs 8 laps so far.
This is not good for Lika. Lika's on the medium tire strategy. He's got to go at least another 5 laps here.
We're about to see
AJ hit the wall.
Yeah, I think he's just glitching a bit. He needs to keep it clean if he's going to be having bad internet. Let's hope he can get this overtake done with enough space for Lika not to hit him. So AJ's coming. He's too far behind. He's not going to be able to get him anytime soon. Is Lika turned his ERS back up? He has. So I don't know really what happened there.
I'm not sure. But for Super Bounty to go by as easy as he did, and then AJ...
And AJ's got him. AJ's just taken Lika.
Something's not right with Lika's car.
He's struggling to turn corners. So he's on 8 lap or mediums.
And Scotty's right behind. Scotty's coming very, very quickly.
And let's not forget, Scotty's pitted too. Scotty's on fresh medium tyres.
Oh no, Robot. Shorty is actually back up to P4 after he pit. Shorty's not looking bad. 18 seconds. Let's see, 18, 19. He's 20 seconds behind P1.
Wow. So Izat's in the pits now.
To see.
Okay,
yeah, I want
so
to see how
let's
this goes.
This is going to be crucial for the
Shorty's
people that are
coming
watching.
around last chicane.
Oh no. Is Shorty going to jump him?
I think the undercut's done it, Robot.
He has! Shorty's jumped him! Oh no, hang on, they're coming up to turn 1 now! He's not going to do it! Izat's just gone ahead! Izat's just gone ahead! No, he's quite far behind actually. He's about 4 seconds behind. The pit lane is really short here. I think that's what we're kind of missing here.
That's what it is. And Izat was at the very end of the pit lane, so as soon as he came in, he went right into the stall and came right back out.
I see. So we've got so Scotty's actually jumped Leaker there. So Scotty's now ahead on those fresher mediums, and he's pitted.
Yeah. Now Shorty's provisional P2 is Carter and Gurman have not pitted, and he's right behind him. Shorty is only 1.2 seconds behind Gurman, who is 2.7 behind Carter. Now when they come in, Shorty has got P2 in the bag.
Yeah, yeah, he has, you're right. And I just want to also point out is that Izat must have done an incredible job in terms of that in-lap. He had to come out in front of Carter because Carter hasn't pitted yet, and you can see he just came out with about 1 second gap, and that has allowed him to just get ahead of Carter now, because if he was stuck behind Carter, we know how quick Carter is, and Izat would have been held up, and that might have pushed him back into Shorty there.
Yeah, it would have put him back, and Shorty would have been able to catch up here. Now Scotty's in front of Leica. We have a sector 1 caution.
It's Max and Pitch. I'm not sure if they came into contact with each other, but they were both just going slow through 7, 8, and 9.
Now both wings look good. I don't see any damage as Pitch is so loose. Pitch is very loose going around here.
Yeah, his wing looks good as well. I don't think much is going on. Right, so we've got Shorty up ahead.
Is killing time on Leika right now.
AJ's DNF. AJ's DNF. Is he?
Oh no!
Is that in the pits again? Oh no, he's there. Let me see if I can catch it from Max.
He's in sector 3.
I'm just about to. I'm riding on board with Matt. Yeah, he's gone off.
Around.
He's gone off at turn
no.
17. Unlucky for the champion of the world, AJ. There, I don't think it must be his new wheel. Ever since he got that new wheel, he's not been performing very well. I think he's still,
getting used to it. Good go of it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. No safety car though, even though his car was pretty close to being on track.
Maximus has gone on the hards.
And his car's cleared. Yeah, Max is on 7-lap old hards. He's going to go to the end, but I don't know what use that is.
No, I can't see any use for it. Now, Atomic has killed 2/10 off Lika here.
I'll jump back up to Atomic now and see.
Super Bounty is 3/10 off Scotty. Super Bounty making a move.
So Scotty's actually pitted. He's got fresher mediums. Super Bounty's still on the same mediums from the beginning. So what's going on with Scotty right now? That's interesting.
Now, it is a long track, Robot. Yeah, mental toughness, huge going around Spa. You've got to last around here a minute, what is it, a minute 48, a minute 50?
Yep.
Almost 2 minutes for one lap. You have to keep your mindset in the whole time for 22 laps. Mental toughness is going to play a huge role in today's race.
Exactly, and I know some people say it's only 22 laps, but like you said, the length of this track, the amount of long straights there are, it's just so long. And just to point that out, I mean, we've been on air for, I don't know, nearly 30 minutes or nearly 20 minutes in this race, and we're only at half distance now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a very long race.
Now, Gurman, I'm going to let you know, Gurman in P5 did catch up to Vilsek. He was 3/10 off. He did go late break and pushed a little bit in the last chicane.
If you just want to quickly jump down to Bounty, Lika, and Atomic, these guys are fighting now. I'm not sure what's happened to Bounty's pace all of a sudden, but Lika's just jumped him into turn 1. He's got the inside line. He's going to be able to keep it as well, and now Atomic is trying to make a move on them, but he's not going to be able to do it yet. I'm really not sure what's going on with the pace here. They seem so slow compared to the guys ahead.
I don't know. It's like they're eating their ERS and then they're letting it build. Atomic is on 86% ERS.
Yeah, he's going to jump.
Lika's on 20. Yeah, it's going to come. And I knew Atomic was catching Lika. As Lika throws the block, he goes inside. Super Bounty goes outside.
And look at Super Bounty, almost. He's got the inside line. Oh, they've come into contact and Bounty's spun. Bounty's spun. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. I think he was going for a gap that really wasn't there, and I think he might have understeered into Lika there, but I'm not exactly sure.
We talked about this earlier in practice, Robot. You just cannot go through there side by side and not come all the way off the brake. You have to trail brake all the way through that turn as Atomic goes by Lika, no problem at all.
I'm almost certain Lika lifted there as well.
Yeah, maybe. I know they're on a team radio. Ferrari and Renault have some kind of a weird radio thing going on, but maybe some kind of a friendship deal where he's just let him go. He knows he doesn't have it.
So I'm just going to quickly look at Bounty's car. He hasn't got any damage. Now, I don't think this is going to be right, but is it possible that just losing in an end plate could make you lose all that time around here because of how many high-speed corners there are? Is that what we're seeing?
That could be it. I mean, it's not a prominent left or a prominent right track. We've got a mixture of the two, right? So, I mean, it is a right-hand round track, but there are still a bunch of left-hand turns. So that could be what we're seeing. I mean, he could be having a bad go because of the end plate. Now, when he comes out, we'll have to watch when he goes in the pits and see what happens. As he is in pits, he's in pits, Gurman's in pits, Santu's in pits. We'll have to see how he comes out and improves. We'll have to see if the time comes back for him after he changes the wing.
Okay, let me jump to Lika's car now then. And so,
as they did change the wing.
Ah, okay. So it is possible that the game is bugged slightly and he may have had more damage than his visual was actually showing. That could be why, because he was lifting through corners, I think, that you should be going full throttle through. And if you haven't got a good enough wing, you will have to do that. So maybe that's what it could be.
Yeah, that could be it.
But yeah, he's out now, and I'm just going to quickly jump to the battle between Mats and Super Bounty as Mats overtakes him on a 1 lap younger medium tyres, but these guys are going to have to pit again, let's not forget. Or pit once, sorry, they haven't even pitted yet.
Yeah, so it looks like the top 5 all the way down to P6, Carter, everybody's pitted. So this is your lineup here. Ezat P1, Shorty in P2, Vilsek in P3, Tommy in P4, Ezat's teammate for Racing Point. It's good to see that. And then Scotty in P5, Shorty's teammate, Alpha having a wonderful day here today. And then we've got Atomic in P7 who is yet to pit with Gurman 1.1 second behind. And then Mats and Super Bounty who have yet to pit as well with Santu in P11. So an interesting race. It's kind of weird to see how it's been going on.
Yeah, and Santu is actually about to jump Super Bounty. But one thing whilst I'm watching this battle that I want to let you know is that Carter has come out on soft tyres just this lap. He's going to have to take those 8 laps. I don't think he's going to be having anywhere near enough grip to get through a Rouge at full speed at the end of this race.
Well, I want to remind you, Robot, that he's got fresh sauce, yeah? Not a qualifying set. So
oh, true, yeah.
He's got a fresh set, yeah? So it's a brand new set of softs. These softs could go 10, 11 laps, depending on how he uses them.
Yeah, that's an extra 3 laps he'll get out of this. Thanks for pointing that out. Oh no! Basanti spun on the exit of turn 1! He spun, he's turning his car around quickly. Let's hope he can get back ahead, keep the throttle steady, and he's away. So he's lost about 5-6 seconds there. Let's hope his tyres are cool enough to get him through a Rouge. Oh, if that was unfortunate.
Yeah, hopefully he can get around his Lika. Lika has come back. Mats and Super Bounty pitted. Lika got that position back, so now Lika's back in P11, 2 seconds behind Maximus. Let's see how he's getting on now with the fresh wing, brand new in plate.
Yeah, this is where we should see him come alive. Yeah, let's hope so. So the gap is 2.4 seconds on lap 14. Just give you some info from the stream. AJ saying that that he actually had a bit of an incident with Super Bounty, and it caused him to crash and lose a wheel, and that's why he DNF'd. That's unfortunate. Look forward, I suppose, to seeing that through the Stewart channel afterwards. Lika's brought that down 6/10. It's now 4/10. Beg your pardon. It's now 2 seconds, so he's already gaining on Max's 11-lap old hards. Not the tyre that I suppose Max wanted to be on. He's going to lose out on the final point as he gets overtaken by Leica very shortly. But he's actually brought that gap back up to 2.4 seconds now. Interesting. And look how close Mats is behind him as well. Mats is closing down a bit as well. He's just 6/10 behind him now.
Now there's only a lap difference as Gurman puts in the fastest lap with the 146.7 for the Red Bull team.
Wow.
I don't know, Robot. I can't explain what's going on with Lika's car. I don't get it.
So Mats is 5/10 behind as they're coming up to the bus stop chicane now. He's going to be a bit too far behind, I think, to get an overtake done this lap. But if he can close him down, so as they cross the line, he's around 5/10. He was just a second as he crossed the line there, but he will still get ERS. If he can close him down, he might be able to get it done next lap. As we see that gap fall a second now between Lika and Max. So Lika somehow fought back there. He's not going to be able to get him now, but he is closing him down. That's a second in a single lap there.
Maybe having some trouble in a sector here, Robot. That could be what's going on. Maybe one of the sectors is just not agreeing with Lika, and he's losing the time again. We'll have to see as he goes through 6 and 7 again. I just can't explain it. It's staying at 1.4. Mats is staying at 5/10. It's just an oddity to me. I don't know. I mean, but we can go to Vilsec. Lika's teammate with Ferrari, he is P3, 2 seconds behind Shorty, having an awesome day today.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I've not been paying attention to the top 3 actually, but Vilsec 2 seconds behind. That's a pretty decent job for Ferrari there. He's going to get rein in 15 points for his team. If Lika can jump Max, he's going to get 1 point for his team as well. But it looks like Mats actually has the faster car right now. I'm not sure if that's his 1 lap younger tyres. I really doubt that's the case, but he just seems to have so much more pace than Lika right now. Lika's brought the gap down to less than half a second now to Max, so he will be jumping Max possibly on the Kemmel Straight on lap 17.
I can't explain it, Robot. I can't explain the...
Oh, Max goes deep into turn 20. Oh, that's going to affect his exit here. Look how much Lika's closed up now.
Someone is off in sector 2.
It's a McLaren.
Simon's off.
Let's hope he can get back on track. He's turning it round. He must have touched that inside curb at turn 12.
Yeah, right in plate gone, a few winglets gone. He's got to wait for, I believe it's Scotty and Vilsec, or Shorty and Vilsec to come across here.
Yep.
As he's going to go a lap down.
So Lika's gaining on Max right now. He's got DRS open now. He's got his ERS set to overtake. Max has his set to overtake as well, but he's turned it down a bit now to help him recover. Max has chose to park his car right in the middle. He outbrakes Lika actually and stays ahead. Now, where is Max in all of this? He's right behind Lika now. We've got yellow in sector 2 and 3. Is that Simon again? It is. Oh, he's just moving out the way. I think he's just moving out the way.
Yeah, he's getting out of the way. He knows the car's not right today. Team orders, Robot. What do you think? I mean, is Max holding Lika up for Mats here?
Possibly. That could possibly be the case. Look how close. He's 2 tenths behind Max right now. Too dangerous to overtake through here. But Mats is just 6 tenths behind. They may be sandwiching Lika. I think you're right.
Oh, Lika's trying to make the move. Not a good spot. What's he going to do here?
What is he going to do? Oh, Mats is getting too much curb there, and he's getting a bit of oversteer as his car rotates in the
Matt's
wrong
got
way.
Wide. Lika looks good. Lika's got the racing line down. And it's almost like he's trying everything he can, and it's just not working out. Simon is retired.
In the pits, I believe.
Yeah, bad luck for Simon today. I really hate seeing that. Mats makes the move. Mats is going on the inside. They come down the bus stop on the last chicane. Lika, he broke late. How did he do it? How did he do that?
Max. So, hang on. So, Max is, sorry, Mats has come off.
Mats is off. Yeah, I mean, they almost went 3 wide in the last chicane.
Oh my goodness, what is going on here?
I couldn't believe it.
So Lika's moved up to 10th now, so he will get that final point for his team. He's 10 seconds behind Atomic, so I don't think he's going to be able to catch him. But Mats and Max in Mercedes, it looks like if they did have team orders, that has now backfired.
Yeah, it backfired on him, Robot. I'm just gonna change your attention here. Let's go to P6, P7. Scotty in the Alfa Romeo and German in the Red Bull. German is 0.3 behind right now. They're going through Sector 2, about to come to Sector 3. I think German's going to get this move done. German's on the softs, so he's got a faster set of tires. Oh, he goes deep.
Oh, very deep.
He went so deep. He's lost a chance there. Yeah, he's not going to be able to come back from that. He's going to have to build back.
Now, jumping...
Carter is...
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm just on board with Carter right now. He's dense Tomlin. It looks like he's closed that gap a little bit more as he gets a far better line through turn 20 there.
Now, with Carter coming from D3 and coming into D1, he's jumped into the Toro Rosso, but does he have a teammate? Was that supposed to be Gernman?
It is. So the reason that Gernman's in the Red Bull is because Gernman joined after quali started, and it just put him in the first available car. That's why. But yeah, those two are teammates. I believe they should be in Toro Rosso, yes.
That could be a fast team.
Yep, Carter's about to overtake him. He's got the overtake done. Well done, Carter there. Let's see if Tommy can outbrake him. He's looking down the inside. Oh, he's touched him! He's touched him! Ooh, and Carter managed to recover, thankfully. That was close.
They've both recovered. I believe Tommy was sideways as well.
Yeah, he was.
We'll have to see the steward replay of that. I would love to see it, as Atomic's picked up another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Yeah, so that's he has 9 seconds now, I believe, and Lika's only 9.8 seconds behind. So we might see another change due to penalties.
Yeah, Gernman has caught back up to Scotty's. Maybe something going on with Scotty's car here, because Gernman messed up and fell back about 1.2 seconds. He's making the move here. He went down the inside.
What a move there at turn 12.
They're going side by side. He kind of pushed his way in there a little bit as Izza puts in the fast slap at a 146.5. He's going to pick up the extra point for that. He's on the mediums. Gernman kind of pushed his way in there.
So Scotty's still 4 tenths behind him. He's not letting him escape, and we might be able to see another position change between these two again. It's like they're switching positions. Look how close Scotty is. He's right behind him now. He's having to lift as they go through turn 18 there. Gernman goes super wide, and Scotty gets the position back before they get to the chicane.
Now, has he let him have it, Robot? I beg to think that he may have let him have it to get the DRS zone on the second part of the track. I think this is what's going on. I think Gurman
you're
gave
right.
it up for the DRS.
Because he was going way too slow there, and although Scotty kind of had to change the position of his car really quickly, Gurman just didn't have any speed, and that's not just turned his ERS down, he was going slow.
I think I've come up with something here, Robot. I think Gurman let off for the DRS here, as he's going to blow by.
Oh, there we go. I think you might be right, and he's got that position back. He's now back to 6th gear. Okay, didn't realise that they were playing sneaky games on track.
I knew when I saw him slow down, something was off there.
Interesting.
Now,
oh no, he spun! Scotty spun!
Oh, no!
Oh, he got too heavy on the throttle
Scotty!
outside of 10. Oh no, he's lost. He hasn't lost any
The
wing.
mind games got to him.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Scotty there. I think that secured Gurman is 6th place there.
Yeah, Gurman's gonna be able to go full power now through Sector 3.
Yeah, that's a good point. Thanks for pointing that out. If he did that, then well done to him, because that's clever. As long as he wasn't dangerous.
I wanted to see what would have happened. Now, I did want to see if Gurman was gonna let him by again, and if Scotty was gonna fall for it and go with it. What do you do, Robot, when someone lets you by for the DRS? I mean, you can't slow down because the car in front of you is already slowing down, so what do? You gotta pass.
Yeah, you just gotta do it, you're right. And I've never seen that before, at least here in OFR. But yeah, if that was the case, then interesting tactics from Gurman.
Yeah, maybe some ISRL stuff, I don't know. We'll have to get a post-race interview with Gurman and see where that comes from.
Yeah, so looking back on track right now, there is another Mercedes sandwich. There's Max, Super Bounty, and Matt's sandwiching Super Bounty there for 11th place right now. But we've got to remember that Maximum is on those hard tyres, and he's done 16 laps on them. By the time he finishes, he's going to have 19 laps on them, because he still hasn't crossed the line yet for lap 20. So
Matt's gotten super close to Super Bounty here.
Yeah, I think so. Super Bounty is making a lot of mistakes through the bus stop chicane. I think that's where it's going wrong for him. Look how close Matt is now. I'm going to switch to the onboard and let's see if he can get this overtake done.
He's almost close enough, but yeah, he's going to have it done here.
So we've got someone called Lambert. Lambert, if you're in our league, what's your PSN name? We've got someone called Lambert saying TRL Limitless did that in his last league race where he actually... Oh, we got...
Why did he cut it? He completely cut it.
Oh my goodness. That's brought out the yellow flag. Oh my goodness, that was late breaking.
Super's going to get a huge jump on him. Now he's 3 seconds ahead.
And I'm going to quickly jump back up to Atomic, because Atomic is now just 5/10 behind Santu as they are going through turns 15 and 16 right now. Santu touching the grass and going wide. Atomic having a far better exit there as they approach turn 17 now. Excuse me, I've got hiccups. Here they come. Both of them fly through 18. Atomic's going to look down the inside. No, he's not. He's going to stay behind. He goes on the grass slightly there. Doesn't lock up, though. Somehow he manages to save that.
He's going to wait,
all the way down. Santu goes super wide. And this is it. I think it's going to be the Kemmel Straight.
Yeah, he's going to have to wait here. I mean, because guess what? We've only got one lap left. Now, he's at his...
Oh, Atomic's
Oh, no!
He got too early on the throttle. He reset the track?
He reset the track.
Oh, Atomic. No. That's super unfortunate.
Oh, no. Atomic.
Never mind. He's going to keep 9th place for now, but, you know, that may allow Lika to jump him, depending on what penalty he gets for that. So Lika will get 2 points instead of 1.
He just got on it too early there.
Yeah,
I mean,
far too early. I think he was really eager to pass. Like you said, it was going to be the second to last lap.
He had it done. I mean, he didn't have to do it in that turn. He had it done. All he had to do was wait and get through.
Like you said, this is a really long race. It's really repetitive. It's a big strain on your mental capacity as you're racing through here. And I think he's just let his concentration slip a little bit there. So Izat has started his final lap already. I'm going to jump up to him now to make sure we do not miss him crossing the line.
Yeah, I was going to say, Robot, we're on the last lap. Izat crossed. Shorty and Vilsek have also went through turn 1.
Yep. You can see how much of a gap. So after after Izat gets off the Kemmel straight, Shorty's just coming up to Eau Rouge. That's how far ahead he is. So Izat's going to take another healthy win here.
I think he's back, Robot.
He's back. Yeah, he's back.
Izat's back.
We saw this in F1 IR Season 2, winning almost every race apart from 3 races, I think.
Shorty went wide. Vilsek's going to catch up a little bit here. Vilsek cut the time in half.
I'm not sure about the penalties.
Shorty's got to go. Well. Shorty can't let this go just thinking it's the last lap. Vilsek's there.
You're right. This is going to be Shorty's second place to lose if he makes a mistake here. Vilsek is where he needs to be, and he's ready to pounce. Scotty picks up a 3-second time penalty.
And he is only ahead of Santu by a second, so he could lose P7.
Now I'm going to jump to Izat if you can keep an eye on that. Izat's just coming through turn 18 right now, approaching the bus stop chicane. Here he comes. Superb race from Izat there. Started in the lead, finished in the lead, led almost every lap apart from the pit stops there. And he crosses the line in style and finishes 18 seconds ahead of Shorty. Well done, Izat.
Back,
much
sir.
deserved.
Welcome back.
So Vilsek's got that gap down to 1.2 seconds. Shorty's just turning into 19 and he's going through 20 now. He does have a penalty. I'm not sure if Vilsek has one too, so we'll wait and see what happens here. He crosses the line in second, and Vilsek stays in third. So Shorty got that done. And I think him and Izat might be even on points right now, as we see Carter cross the line and take 4th place. So well done, Carter there, taking those soft tyres 10 laps. Tommy's going to finish in 5th place. Congratulations, Tommy, in that racing point there. And ISRL Gernman started in last place, I believe, has come all the way back up to 6th. Incredible race from you as well. Next up is going to be Scotty, who's in that Alpha coming through the bus stop chicane now. He does have a few penalties as well, and Santu is only 8 tenths behind him. So let's see if we can see an order change here. No, they stick to what they were. Atomic spinning through the line again, and he's lost the wheel.
No!
Oh my goodness, Atomic. Oh my goodness, and Lika crosses the line in 10th place and stays in 10th as well.
Oh, Atomic. Why? Here comes Max. Robot. Atomic's car still there.
It is.
Yeah, Matt's in Super Bounty. Super Bounty jumps Max!
Wow, Max would have had a hefty
Super
penalty
Bounty
there.
jumped him, and Matt's went all the way down to P13.
Wow. And Pitch Black is going to finish in 14th place there. Well done.
Not as much of a non-exciting race as you thought, Robot. Yeah,
it was very, it was eventful to say the least.
Yeah, more eventful than we thought it was going to be. Izat, what a race. Now, ISRO Gernman, P6, I want to say now, if he didn't start last,
he could have been on the podium.
Where would he have ended up? Yeah, I mean, with Shorty and Vilsek there, what a race from the Alfa Romeo guys.
I know. So I think Alfa's going to keep their top spot on the team championship, but I'm not entirely sure, but I think that Izat and Shorty are tied for first place right now as well. So that's going to be an interesting battle there as these races go on.
Yeah, and Tommy, Izat's teammate in P5. Now they're going to gain a little bit because Tommy was P5 ahead of Scotty. We'll just have to see how the points work out after we get the results in officially.
Yep, indeed. So these are the final standings, as you can see here. Lots of penalties. Max only had a 9-second penalty, actually, but that is why he got jumped by Super Bounty in the end there. But Izat, Shorty, Vilsek, top 3, not a single penalty there. Carter picks up 1 penalty, and Tommy and Gernman also didn't get a single penalty. So congratulations to those guys. But that's it. So we've got D2 starting in 45 minutes. You looking forward to that?
Yeah, Robot. Very excited, especially after seeing the D1 guys going around. It just gets you ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. So, yeah, Havoc and I are going to be racing in D2. We've got Lika and Billset commentating there, so make sure you tune in. It's going to be streamed on Twitch, and we'll post a link in our Discord as soon as that happens. But if you're not in Discord, you can watch it. Just search for Online Formula Racing, and that's where the race will be streamed. So thanks very much, guys, and see you in about 45 minutes.